Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet. We are here in Santa Fe. We're at Walmart. It is almost 7 o'clock. It's just gone past 7 o'clock, and you can see the mountains just there behind us. And we're going to be taking this delivery of empty pallets. Not the most exciting delivery, but we are heading towards Missouri. We're going to be going through Colorado and then through Utah, isn't it? And then into Kansas. So that is what we've got ahead. We're going to Garden City. I was going to look up what Garden City was all about, but I forgot to do that. So you'll have to let me know in the comments. Anyway, let's dive into the truck. So we're going to start off by having a bit of a sleep. Actually, there's a couple of sleep points not too far away, and so we're gonna go and use one of those. This is how we get out of this. Let's have a look at the delivery on the map. After going through 3 different cutscenes, we haven't got any cutscenes on this route, but yeah, as you can see, we're coming up through Colorado. As I said originally, I should just trust myself, into Garden City. And one of the things I was wondering about, if you get like this bit of Oklahoma, does that suddenly fill out this section here? Is that the way it works? Because it feels like it's, you know, you get this, there's nothing here, but all of a sudden, presumably, there's roads all of a sudden that cross, or is it just where these crossings are? I'm going to have to keep an eye on that, because as you can see here, Kansas City's right. I didn't realise how close Kansas City was to the border. But Pittsburgh as well. But it looks like there's only sort of like a few ways across, but I don't think that's going to be the case, is it? Anyway, let's head off down the way we are going. This is the way we've got to go. Right. This is all right. We can just be a little bit wild with the taking of this corner. I want to talk a little bit about the different achievements that are in Kansas. We're not going to be going for any of them because we've got 2 or 3 days until Missouri, so we want to keep on with that. We've still got that service light on. I need to do something about that. I haven't done anything about that yet. So, yeah, I want to talk about that. What I can say is that the details for the 4 Missouri achievements is now available. You can see those on Steam. We're not going to explore those today. We'll be getting into that next time. So, yeah, I'm hoping to do this video, then the next one, and then there'll be another one for, so it's almost going to be, we're going to skip a Euro Truck Simulator video. In fact, we just need to I want to do this one and then another ATS, and then we will start in Missouri. Hopefully all done by the 4th, when I think it's released. I'm a little bit behind, I think. Right. Let's just show you where we're going to stop off to have a sleep. It's just up here. It's not far away. It's going to be, what's that? Oh, it's 186 miles. Bloody hell, that looks further than I thought it was. Right, folks. Well, what I think we might do is just have a nice little night time lapse. So I'll see you in a bit, and we'll talk about some of those bits and pieces I was mentioning. So we'll take these pallets north from Walmart. I think that's another one picked up for the achievement where you've got to get 20 different starting companies. Let's do that, and I'll see you in a bit. here we are at the rest area. We didn't go to the first one, we went to the second one because the other one was on the wrong side, but this one looks a very, very specialised rest area. Oh, we get a truck stop, so there's a truck stop achievement for coming. Oh, we can just park here. Well, we just do this. No one's gonna want to use the rest area while we're here. It's 6:55 in the morning, and we've slept in the cab. That's fine. We're going to take the high beams off because, you know, we're driving like a bit of a lunatic. So there is an achievement there to go to all of the truck stops in New Mexico, presumably, which I hadn't seen. Oh, here we go. Out we go. And yeah, we're on the road. You'll notice we only now have 6 hours 14 minutes. It wasn't 10 hours on the clock. It was, I got a bit of the journey in twice. That's why it was so long. So it's 321 miles, not over 500 miles to go. And we should be there at just after 1, probably about 1:30, I guess, after things have got added on and everything in the afternoon. So that's good. I think we're going to have to stop for fuel. There's a fuel stop just ahead, but we'll enjoy this lovely sunrise that is on its way as we head towards Raton. So I had a little note from my OBS. So OBS is the software I use to record the screen, and you know I had an issue with this the other day, or like about a month ago, where my OBS stopped working and couldn't record the screen anymore. It just basically froze my screen on the camera, so my recording was just a single frozen shot for the whole thing, irrespective of what I was actually doing. That's what it was. But I've got another update potentially that I need to add to OBS. I'm a little bit concerned that something might happen again, so I may not put that on. But if anyone has used that update, please let me know if there were any issues. Parkera, I imagine you might well be using OBS, so if you are, let me know how that went for you. Yeah, so that's something in the future. And I think, yeah, you can just see that on the right where we're going to head off just for a bit of gas, as they say over here. We could have waited to go here for our sleep, but we'll do this now. I'm not quite sure what this is we're dropping off. This might be truck stop number 2. We might get a second achievement goal for this. We'll wait and see. We'll go and pick up our stuff, but you can see here, oops, I mean, look at this, absolute, I mean, this is desert, proper New Mexico desert. What's that over there? Scales. Why is that not on the map? Anyway, so we'll get some fuel, and then we'll head off. How much is it going to be this time? I think it was about $500 I think we spent there or thereabouts to half fill. Yeah, so same again. That's pretty good. And that's the loan repayment coming out as well. It's only $73 a month, so that really isn't an issue either. What is this great hulk of a building there? Right. Bizarrely, my left, yeah, for some reason, it just happens now and again, my left button, like steering button, just didn't respond, so I wasn't turning. I didn't want to crash. Oh, I don't think this is the way I should have gone. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It looks like this is the way in. And then we'll go down this way. I don't think that was the best bit of driving, but thankfully nothing ventured, nothing going there. So yeah, we're 2 to 3 days away from Missouri. Really excited about that, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of a focus on ATS on the channel. Jesus, just for the next few days whilst that's being dropped, whilst that's dropping, and then we'll go back to some of the other stuff. So ETS 2 will be kind of just the content will slow down around that for a little bit. Right, folks, I'm not going to talk about achievements just at the minute. And what I'm going to do, I think, is we'll head through. Perhaps we'll go through the through Ration, because I think we're going around it, so we're not actually going to see anything here. And we'll probably head up into Colorado, and I'll come back on this drive between Raton and Lamar. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you. I'll do a little bit of a time lapse for you. Right, folks, we're coming back somewhere between Raton and Lamar. Just 180 miles to go, 3 hours 45. So made a big dent into this journey, as you can see. I think you'd possibly just see, is that birds up ahead? Flying across, geese, Canadian geese maybe, flying over. It's just these wide open plains. And interesting, so I had a comment a little while ago, which I did mean to mention in the last video, but I didn't get round to it, from Megatron Decepticon, highlighting why on the I-70 you have such contrasting styles either side of Denver, wasn't it? And the reason you have that is because on the west side are the Rockies. So it's beautiful mountainous terrain and it's just absolutely breathtaking. And then on the right side is where we are now, which is the plains, which is just this open expanse of nothingness, where you really would not want to break down, would you? So yeah, can't go that way. Look, you've got a massive train, although I mean no US train is that small. You're not having me on there. They go on for miles and miles and miles. So let's talk a little bit about the achievements in Kansas. So there are 3 achievements that I could see in Kansas. Those are the ones that bunched together. If there are other ones, let me know. But those are the ones I could see. So there is the Wheat State Explorer, which is basically all the cutscenes achievement. So there's 10 cutscenes that you can go. I couldn't see actually an achievement that was just associated with going to all of the locations in Kansas. So that doesn't look like it's one of them, unless it was out of order. But that's kind of I mean, this one's this one means that you'll have to go and visit a lot of places, but 10 different cutscenes sounds pretty cool. The next one is the Grain of Salt achievement. Anyone who's watched any of Zilla Blitz's videos, and we'll be able to go now, I think. So I'm getting it right. It's exactly what he said about getting a decent, your nose a decent amount over, and if you do that, you don't get pulled up for it. So it's just really being obviously over. I don't think it's about indicating. I think that's the key thing. But the Grain of Salt achievement, you've got to deliver from 6 deliveries from Hutchinson salt mines. I don't know where that is exactly. And 2 of those have to be to food factories. 2 of them have to be to anywhere else, I think, but all of them have to be within the state. And then the final one is the air capital of the world, which sounds really interesting. So you've got 6 deliveries to do, and these are either aircraft wings or jet engine inlets, and that's to or from every aviation facility in Wichita. I was going to say that's wrong. So those are the 3 achievements. That will sound. I bet those are interesting cargoes to deliver. So I think we'll have to do one of those in the future. Right, here we go. Nothing coming, so we can just wandangle our way through this. So those are the three achievements. We'll talk a little bit about the achievements that are in the upcoming ones in Missouri in probably the next video. Oh, look at this. One of the things that, I mean, I was sort of looking at the sky, you know, as you get into Kansas, I was looking in the skies. I saw a little statue of a cowboy and his horse. That surely should have been a fine for that truck there. But you know what would just worry me is just, you know, you look at the sky and you look and you think, oh, is that a storm coming? What's coming with that storm? Does that? I mean, it would concern the heck out of me with all the tornadoes and what have you they have in these areas. Anyway, folks, we are going to do a little bit of a time lapse. So I am going to head on. We're just 2 hours 34 away. I'll probably do the majority of that, and then we'll come back as we're heading into Garden City, Kansas, and we'll do the final parking job. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this delivery. That's a river. That's a river. I thought it was something far more interesting than that. Not seen too many hidden roads at the minute on this particular drive. I thought I saw a couple, but none of them actually were hidden roads. So we'll head up now, just have a quick look at the map. So we're just going to come through Lamar. We're almost at the state border. What we might do actually is I'll just zoom forward. I'll cut forward to getting into Lamar. So we just have a little look around what that looks like, and then we'll do the rest of the delivery in time-lapse format. So I'll see you in a second when we get to the outskirts of Lamar. So here we are in Lamar. We've got 14 out of 13 in the Centennial State achievement. So, you know, we're at just 9 locations to pick up there. And we have just got ourselves into Lamar. I know nothing about this particular town, but it doesn't look like anything spectacular. It doesn't look like I should know anything about it. If there is something famous about this town, let me know. But they do have a In-N-Out Burger. Now, isn't In-N-Out Burger supposed to be like absolutely amazing? Like it's the US best kept secret in terms of burgers that hasn't made it over. I've never had an In-N-Out Burger. What did I have in Canada? It's another one that you don't get outside. It's a Canadian specific brand. I can't remember what it was called, but I enjoyed it anyway. Always fun to try that sort of stuff, isn't it? Right. So this is this is Lamar, and then there's just 83 miles to go into Garden City. I think we're not quite at the border here, but you can see we're almost there, and then Garden City's nowhere really away from here. And then we've got a photo op to pick up there. Dodge City's there, so I mean, we've all heard of Dodge City. I'm not quite sure what the context is that you hear about it. Is that because it's dodgy? No. Was it in Western context? Is that where that comes from? Like in a lot of Westerns? Let me know. Or is there some famous saying? Because I know I've heard of it, but I'm not 100% sure of where that is. I think it's something to do with Westerns, but I'm not 100% sure. But this does look kind of, looking at the architecture, it does look about right for this sort of area, doesn't it? Very nice. What we got there? That's a Burger King on the left. I can see that. But what is that? What's that other one? That Chick-fil-A, isn't there? I can't see it. I think it was just a food court sign. But I guess that's a question you can answer because there's people across a variety of different places. Let me know what your favourite local fast food is. So something you get where you are that you don't get elsewhere. We don't necessarily have a huge amount of that. I don't know if Nando's would fit within that because that's Portuguese cuisine, but it's really nice. It's not really fast food, but it is kinda sort of quite fast food. It's sort of reasonably speedy food, but not ridiculously fast, I guess. Right, let's do a time lapse. I've just picked up the Sunflower State 1 out of 14, so that looks like there is one of those achievements for picking up all of the locations in Kansas. I just didn't see it. So you can see we are... I'm not sure why we need to go off here, because it looks like we're getting back onto it. Why are we doing this? What's the point of this? Doesn't feel like there is a point to it, but we're coming down here to Kuehne-Nagel, and then there is something to take a picture of, so we'll just speed across here. Should we just sort of take our life in our hands and just hope for the best? Why on earth did it tell us to do that? Oh well, it's done now. And it's we've just been going across really, really flat plains, which, I mean, it's not the most inspiring stuff to drive on. It can't be the most interesting drive, but my God, I would not really want to get stuck out here because there's just nothing for miles and miles and miles. And that's the beauty of somewhere like, well, a lot of places in Europe. You've always got something nearby, so you can always get get help. I mean, most places, certainly in the UK, you don't have to go too far. You can probably find something. Right, here we are in Garden City, and there is something to take a photo of. Is it that thing? And if so, is it the only interesting thing in Garden City? It looks like it is, whatever that is. It's a water park. It's a water park. Awesome. Let's take a photo of it there. It's just called Indoor Water Park. Is that? Let me know in the comments. Is that something particularly like a biggest one in the US or something like that? Is there a reason for that? Because I was trying to think of the like it's Red Flags, isn't it? Or Red Flag, which is the US version of like the real where all the big rides are, but they have a load of those, as far as I remember. Ooh. We got it. There we go. Yeah, I think they've got loads of Red Flags, haven't they? Red Flag amusement parks, as far as I remember. Right, it's a 40. I didn't think this would be too overly so. It's okay. It's on that side, so we want to be coming back at it. Are we going up that ramp? No, we're not. So I'm going to try and turn around over here, and then we'll come back. So I'll see you in a second when I've turned myself around, because I don't want this to be a blind back, as they always seem to be. Right, here we go. Can we get it first time? We're actually able to watch it in here. I think that first bit was quite helpful. Just going to try and just... don't go too early. I feel like angle's pretty good at the minute. I think the angle's very good at the minute. I guess the problem we have is there's not a lot of room on the other side. There we go. Easy times. Back to the straight end like a pro. What's that done for us? 10 out of 20 on the parking challenge. Shall we getting there with that 891 XP? Not enough to get us into level 6, but we are working hard to get there. So yeah, we are going to be coming back to try and get across Kansas towards the Missouri. I'm hopefully going to get this done. We got one to Dodge City, which would be a very short one. We've got a drive to Kansas City, which is probably the sort of thing we want to do. We've got Wichita, which have got all of those different other stuff in there. That's a new one. Smithfield. They're all quite short deliveries, aren't they, these guys? There's Hutchinson, so that's where the mines are. The salt mines. And that's going back on ourselves. So we will have to see, folks. Emporia, taking some milk to Emporia from Organic Valley. That might be a job. We just want to get ourselves ready to pick up the Missouri. Missouri when it drops on the 4th. But if you did enjoy that, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. See you then. Bye bye.